This is Masters Report. I'm John Masters, and you're not. It's been a while since we've heard about her. You guys know her. Ghislane Maxwell. Well, she's going to be back in the news. She's going to be front and center. She is getting ready to go to trial, and already it's being publicized pretty heavily. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm really interested because I just took a look at a couple of articles talking about corruption and how videos are actually showing how corrupt judges are. Very similar to like cops. It wasn't until we started seeing videos on YouTube that people realized that, just because they have a badge doesn't mean that they deserve trust. We're starting to get that same exposure through high profile cases that have been going to court that people are watching. They're finding an interest in it. And we're seeing a lot of the corruption or ineptness of judges, which is a good thing. Because I want to remind you, judges are elected, they're not appointed, which means that they have a constituency that they need to keep happy. They also have to do fundraisers. Doing the law and even how well they placed in law school is irrelevant. Now, it may have been relevant during elections, but I mean, they could have finished last in their class, and they're going to be the ones that are deciding the fate of you and me. It's very possible. But I'm really interested in this case. You guys know that. And I'm really, really interested, and this is why I brought up about, ineptness. If she's going to get convicted, I'm really, because I noticed that we don't have a situation where this little black book that she said she had, or the officials said that they picked up from her with a list of names. And anybody that's been following Epstein knows that he had quite a list, or shall we say, a very interesting set of clientele. But, he never went to trial. So it's alleged. He was never convicted because he never made it to trial. Let's check this out. All right, so where are we? Let's take a look at this. It's already getting, guys, it's already getting kind of strange. Epstein's victims fund hands Maxwell's accusers claims to Maxwell prosecutors. All right, here's what happened. I guess a whole bunch of money, over $125 million, went into a fund. Where the money came from? Well, they just don't say. I have no idea. And as a matter of fact, again, Epstein is allegedly, for this particular crime, a sex offender. Um, but you got to keep in mind, he was convicted earlier, so I guess they could say that. Information about women who said they were abused by late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein was handed over Wednesday to prosecutors and defense lawyers attempting to prove close. Epstein associate Ghislane Maxwell helped recruit and groom the women when they were underage. So they gave out over $125 million to 225 alleged victims. That's a lot of money. And all you have to do is walk up and say, Ghislaine, yeah, yeah, she approached me. No, yeah, bad things happen. Oh, here's your couple of 100,000. No, there's no incentive there whatsoever for people to go in and say that they were abused by her. Anyways, it's between 6 and 7,000 pages of documents that they have. And the idea is they wanted to present it to the jury or give the prosecutors a chance to present it to the jury. Well, the judge said, well, no, it's going to go through me. Most of it's going to be classified, and most of it will either go to the attorneys or close family or whatever. Okay. Point of the matter is she is going to have full control over it, which brings up another interesting point and something I want to bring up. Have you guys noticed that nowadays people just don't immediately trust cops? And you know why that happened? It's because of YouTube. It's because of the exposure police have now had as to the tactics that they do and the things that they do. The same thing is starting to happen with judges. In other words, having cameras, high profile cases that people follow really closely. It's showing the ineptness and the corruption that's currently going on with judges. But anyways, this is what's going on with that. I'm really curious as to whether or not she's going to get convicted. Because I want you to note, they said that when they arrested her, they also found a little black book. And it's been rumored, and many believe, that there's some interesting names in that little black book. If she gets convicted, by the way, it's going to be 50 years or not. I don't know. I'm really curious to see how this goes. I'm noticing that no little black book has been surfacing. Does that mean that a deal's been made? For Masters Report, I'm John Masters.